Alright, so this is Assassin's Creed or Assassin's Creed Liberation. From what I've learned about this game is that it's not really a DLC. I used to always think it was a DLC because it's attached to Assassin's Creed 3, but I believe I should remove the word 3 from there and just call it Liberation. But because it was part of Assassin's Creed Remastered, Liberation was attached to it. It was its own entity. So what I'll do in this video is edit it, and I'll put Assassin's Creed Liberation. I'll put it Assassin's Creed Liberation, and then I'll put in parentheses part of the Assassin's Creed Remastered edition. AS3 Remastered collection. So it wasn't released by itself. I got this one as an attachment to Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered Edition. So it was given to me. I purchased Assassin's Creed 3, the collection, and Liberation was part of that collection. So it's not really Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. Otherwise, it would have been a DLC. It's its own thing. So I'm putting part of Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered Collection. So people who think that Liberation is a DLC, they would know it's not a DLC. So I should put not a DLC. Part of Assassin's Creed Remastered Collection. Yeah. So I had to correct myself with that. So apparently I also was wrong. I thought it was a DLC, but turns out that it was his own entity, his own thing. It just happened to come out, I believe, the same year as Assassin's Creed 3 came out. Sure, I'll call her the same thing.
Connect with the past. Relive history. Using Abstergo game within the past. The product you have purchased allows you to access the memories of Aveline de Grandpré, an 18th century assassin caught between two worlds, fighting to find her true purpose. Make history yours. History is our playground. Animus.
The one thing I would say about the Assassin's Creed games, like, where would they take it? Like, where are they going to take it? Where? Like, how far would you be able to willing to go with regards to acquiring things from the past? Would you truly want to go back into the past rather than creating a world in simulation to that of the past? Because if they actually manage to actually time travel, like really back in time, then it's no longer about simulation of the world. It truly is a violation of time of the past. So where will Animus go? Will it really, truly, one day, try to rewrite history by actually going into the past?
Perfect for plantation work, monsieur. Look at this one. Hard-working, strong, healthy too. I told you to keep your place, Congo. As I was saying, monsieur, this one is strong as an ox. It's in good health, and all, not counting the missing toes.
Maman? Pardon, madame.
You there! Bantling pest! I'll have you arrested!
Aveline? Ma chérie, you were shouting again. Was it the nightmare?
Oui. Only a dream. I'm sorry to have woken you.
Shh, ma chérie, shh. Never apologize. A mother worries, even a stepmother.
Thank you, Madeleine. Maman, do you worry too? Did you forget me? Or are you gone? In any case, the night has better uses than sleep.
We have uncovered news of a plantation from which slaves are vanishing. The owners reported their escape, but our network can find no trace of them. If you don your slave guise, perhaps you can investigate this mystery from within. A dressing chamber has been prepared for you in a strategic location. From the top of the cathedral, you will see it.
Oh, j'ai juste ce qu'il faut pour faire disparaître.
Even though Liberation was given a bad rap, I'm still not exactly sure why they made this game. Because after release Assassin's Creed 3, there was really no need to make another one until Assassin's Creed 4. So I guess they only made this out of greed, maybe. But who knows, maybe there was a story there that was originally meant for Assassin's Creed 3, but they never completed, and so it was tasked to Assassin's Creed Liberation. The whole purpose of this video is to evaluate this game separate from Assassin's Creed 3, to see what it's all about, how it functions, how it's different from Assassin's Creed 3, and if it's truly that different or if many things are still the same. So, movement feels the same with regards to the buttons. Camera's the same. I would say the only thing different between this and Assassin's Creed 3 so far is the lighting and the smoothness of the characters. I think Connor's face as well as his outfit kind of looked a bit rough. I think Liberation kind of cleaned it up. But I think many things are about the same for the moment. But maybe her fight sets and how she executes certain activities is going to be different. So far, I don't really see anything bad about the game yet. The only thing I would say is bad is that it really throws your character directly into the story without there being an actual story. She's young. She's a girl. She remembers her past from when her mother, I guess, abandoned her or she got lost. And she's an adult and she's now an assassin. And, you know, it went from that to that without any real explanation. So, that's about the only bad thing so far. The lack of connection with regards to a child becoming assassin and assassins now doing contract work. So I could see how this game can be viewed as bad if it's just throwing you in there without any real thing to climb on, any meat so far. Well, what else? As far as the eyes can see, all the way up to the horizon. There were scenes when I was playing Assassin's Creed 3 where things look bright in the daytime, but it feels a bit different here as well. It feels more like morning, where in Connor's sense there was a little bit more darkness. Here the darkness seems to be toned backwards, so for right now I would give the game, like, I'm starting everything from the base of 5, or if you're doing geometry, 0, and then it moves up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But most games like start from the ground up, are at a base of 5. Like 5 is like, I would say, a D, and then it moves up to something like 6, which is a C, and then 7, which is a B minus or B, and then 8, which is also like a B as well, to about A. So as a grounded number, I would say 5 is like the centerpiece number. Or if you don't want to start from 5, sometimes I start from 0. So if I really want to start from 0, then make it up to +1, +2, or -1, -2, I'll start from there. So here I'm going to start it from, I think I should start this one, unlike the last video. I'll start this one from 0. So I'll start this one from a geometric point of view, on a grid. I would say 0.5, meta 0.5, which means I'm not at a full 1 yet, but I'm at a 0.5. I took 2 points away from 1. It's just jumping into the game without telling anything about the story of the characters, and another for regards to lack of context of how she became an assassin, because sometimes you don't really need to be told. Like, you go into Dark Souls, you're not told that you wake up on the table, you just wake up on the table. Like in Bloodborne or in Dark Souls, you just wake up at a bonfire. So that's not what's important, but because this is not just a game about exploration, this is also a story attached to it. Who she is and where she comes from was really lacking, so I would say I take off 2 points with regards to that. But I gave it 2 points with regards to 3 points, no, 5 points with regards to everything else. So those 2 points were terminated. I'm now at 3 points. So 2 from that was terminate the bad, and I have 3 points remaining. 1 for sound is good, 1 for lighting is good. You can see characters more clearly. I guess the model of the characters is more crisp, and the environment looks pretty decent as well as, yeah, I would say about 5 positive points, 2 negative points. I'm now at 3. She's looking down. She wants to hang off, but she doesn't want to hang. It says no, you can't hang. It goes, okay, that's another thing I like it, why it's 5 points. When she goes to hang, it says for the button, it goes dark, it goes light gray or super light gray, to show you that you can't hang at this location. You could do an attack button, you can press that, the square button. You can't press the circle button, it's also grayed out. The only button you can use at the moment is the square button. You can't use the triangle button either. So I like that the game shows you where you are. There's certain things you can do where you are. Here, I could climb, I could whistle, and now I could drop, because circle's now been highlighted. And here I could hang, and I could attack. So I'm gonna hang. So it's very much like Assassin's Creed 3. So it's working. So I'm at that 5 points. So far so good. Only 2 bad things, and I wonder if it did say something about fast travel and I didn't pay attention. Let's find out. So far, this is the location I need to go. The legend is L1. Set markers X. Pan is L. Zoom out, zoom in. Menu is option button. So there's no fast travel at the moment. The map is a bit different from that of Assassin's Creed 3. So sync. Sure. Evelyn de Boer Garnet. The Garnet.
A delivery will arrive at the plantation. A perfect cover. Hide in a wagon and follow the cart to discover the location without being seen.
Pourquoi tant d'empressement?
Who are you? How did you get past the guards? We have plenty of trouble here already. Don't need no more.
I'm Aveline, a friend. Slaves have been reported escaped, but none has yet reached any safe house. My contacts fear the worst.
If you're a spy, Aveline, you won't find no cause for persecution here. My brothers have vanished, then my aunt. Today my youngest sister, Therese. They ain't escaped, as you say. They're taken. Besides, Therese would never survive on her own.
I'll find her. If any have trodden through these fields, they must have left tracks. Don't be afraid, Therese. I'm a friend. Who did this? Your master?
No. This son. Oh, please help.
Be strong. I'll get you to safety.
You'll pay for this. Guards! Hurry! We've got rats in the barn.
This nightmare! I can't take no more!
His terror is over, Therese. Stay with me. We must hurry.
Aveline, my daughter, wandering alone at dawn. Where have you been?
After the nightmare, I went to take air. Dear stepmother, I'm grown now. You needn't worry for my safety.
You underestimate the dangers of the world. If not to your safety, then to your reputation. Why must you be so headstrong? I wish you would—
In truth, Madeleine, I'm in need of your assistance. I'm afraid it's urgent.
What now?
While walking, I was startled by cries of distress. Following them, I discovered a woman, a slave, badly wounded.
Where is she? I will send help.
She awaits in a wagon, outside, in the street.
Aveline!
Don't be cross. I knew you'd know the thing to do. I couldn't risk leaving her to perish, or worse.
Or worse! You have already sentenced her to persecution by your very impulsiveness. Very well. I will not turn my back now, not that you have left me much choice. I will see that she is treated in utmost discretion.
Thank you, Madeleine.
In the meantime, hurry to town and fetch your new traveling clothes. Go quickly. We have no time to lose.
Je vous souhaite le bonjour.
Mais respect!
Aveline, late to lunch and looking ashen again. I fear you are not resting enough.
Oh, Papa. I'll take my rest when this life is exhausted.
You will hasten that end at this rate. I do fear you are more like your father than is fit for a lady. A chip of the same block. In passing, Monsieur Blanc requests your assistance at the warehouse. I dare say he has work to offer.
Is that all he has to offer? I should think for all his attention, he would request your hand.
All the same, it's the work that interests me.
Philippe.
Oh, dear me. By the turn of this conversation, it would appear I have lingered too long at this table. If you'll excuse me.
Good day, Papa.
There, he is gone. I can tell you now, Aveline. I have taken care of everything. Your friend will be safe. If you have any more womanly problems, do not hesitate to see me.
So based on what I could tell is that the sole purpose of liberation is for her to find out where her mother is or what happened to her mother. So far I don't understand what's going on. I mean, she is an assassin and she does do assassin's work. It seems to be like an underlying story, or if not an underlying story, a side story. With regards to her mother.
Second time this month. Customer relations are strained enough without shipments disappearing.
Your frustration is understandable, monsieur. In your position, I should demand a full investigation. Please, let me look into it. I will go talk to Monsieur de Saint-Maxent at once.
Most grateful, Monsieur Blanc. At least I know I can always rely on you.
Now, if this game turns out to be, I know it's like a 10 or 8 hour long game if you're just following the story, but if it turns out to be like nothing but doing menial, mundane work, yeah, I won't see that this will be considered good in the form of the Assassin's Creed pantheon of good games. The outfits they look good, but in all truth, I don't play Assassin's Creed for fashion. I play it for the purpose of its namesake. And the purpose of its namesake is Assassin's Creed. You're following a creed, and your duty is to assassinate based on that creed, or that brotherhood, or that oath.
My boy, the cargo was stolen from this very ship. I have no more means of retrieving it than you do.
Oui, monsieur. That is indeed troubling. Well, what would you suggest, then?
I know this much. The devil had the gall to impersonate my dress and my signature. Can you imagine?
No, monsieur. Imagination has never been my, strong suit. If it's not too much trouble, may I look at your books?
My books? I'd interrogate the captain. If this crew takes bribes, I'd wager he's no less corruptible.
Excusez-moi, madame.
I will drink well with this. Agris.
May we speak in private, Capitan?
Who am I to refuse such a comely creature?
Would you be so kind as to tell me what happened with Monsieur de Saint-Maxent's shipment?
Why would you want to know? Bah! Don't you worry, my little Arne. The cargo found its way to the intended recipient. Let me pour you a cup. I dare you to tell me this isn't the best Madeira wine that ever graced your heavenly lips.
If you insist, Capitan.
I do. You will not find a better vintage in all of the New World.
I'm intrigued. Truly. They hid the goods in 2 warehouses.
Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle.
Regardez-moi ces jolis habits.
Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle.
Bonne journée.
Regardez-moi ces jolis habits.
You damn right I'm going Connor's. You damn right I'm going Connor's Tomahawk. Probably don't need that at the moment. Alright, so time to equip. But yeah, so didn't I buy his Tomahawk? What the hell? I didn't buy the Tomahawk? It says item equipped it. Okay, maybe it's because she's a lady. She cannot use certain specific weapons as of yet. Hidden blades. I guess I would have to change into an assassin's first in order to do so.
Regardez-la, à essayer de se faire passer pour une dame.
I am terribly grateful for your assistance, Mademoiselle de Grandpré. But how did you ever... Never mind. Just please, tell your father to expect a considerable discount for his trouble.
You may put your mind at ease, monsieur. The cargo will be delivered on time.
I dare say thanks are owed to Saint Nicolas.
Or perhaps a guardian angel, monsieur.
Ah, Aveline. I'm sure it is not your old father's company that draws you here. I will leave you both to your private business.
Aveline, the documents you found aboard the Rat Captain's ship. I recognize the name. Rafael Joaquin de Ferrer, a known enemy. I don't know what his business is here, but we can be sure it's more than a simple larceny.
How can I help?
One of Agate's servant contacts tells us that he will attend a social soiree at the governor's mansion this evening.
I'll have my best dress ready. Or my worst. Fear not, Gerald. I'll uncover his true purpose.
In the meantime, may I suggest that you, familiarize yourself with the governor's mansion? Perhaps discover a discreet way to enter?
Don't worry, Gerald. I will prepare well.
One more thing. There is a small house for sale near the governor's mansion. It would be ideal for a dressing chamber. If you wouldn't mind buying it.
Your wish is my command, Monsieur Blanc.
Enchanté de vous revoir.
Bonne journée.
Remember, we need these goods delivered to the south entrance just after sunset. Here, this will grant you access to the kitchen.
Display does not impress me.
Au voleur! Attrapez-la!
Qu'y a-t-il?
You don't want to know how I'll spend these.
With the Spanish under our spell, the company man will at last have the power to fulfill our true purpose. And if you provide us the labor, we'll ensure the errors of Santo Domingo are not repeated here.
I will do all I can to smooth the handover of the colony, and your mission will have all the workers it needs, provided you make good on your promise. Labor is in tight supply as it is, and I must remain in power as governor. Were our arrangement ever detected...
My, Governor. I fear the air of conspiracy has gone to your head. We'll make good on our promise, so long as your end of the bargain is kept.
Everything is under control. You can count on me.
Bueno. Then I shall await to indulge in your delightful soirée. Tonight, I drink to the death of the Brotherhood.
Why? You would sacrifice the good of the colony to a Templar conspiracy, Gouverneur. I should ask you why.
The Order is the future. The Templars will keep our colony French.
The Templars will keep the colony Templar. Why does the Ferrer want workers? Tell me his plans and redeem yourself.
I know nothing of his plans. I was to send him slaves and vagrants. The ones most likely to rise up against...
Against those who would oppose oppression and claim the life that is owed them. Rest in peace, Gouverneur.
Le gouverneur est mort! Aux armes! Aux armes!
Alright, so that's -1 point. Like, it didn't even show how she changed back out into her outfit. She just changed into the outfit. So she didn't disguise herself or go anywhere. She just automatically changed into the outfit. It's not really good. I really don't understand what her place is within the Assassin's Creed universe. If she's just a Brotherhood assassin, and this is just a side story, okay, but how it's executed is kind of poor. So I was at a 8.5 because I gave it 2 additional points in my own head with regards to certain things, but now I mean not 8.5, 0.5, now down to 0.4. So it truly hasn't. Wait, let me think. I started the game. She was a child. She got to an adult. The mapping, everything from Assassin's Creed 3 is pretty much the same. The story is not that great. Put it to a 0.5, then I deduct 2 points with regards to the story, which I'm 0.3. And I'm proceeding forward. I gave it 2 more points. 1 with regards to able to change outfits, and 2, be able to purchase weapons from assassins that are walking around, that you see secretly walking around. Like I bought Connor's Tomahawk, so I give it 2 points, so I'm back up to 0.5. And of course, the stealth section aren't really that great either. They're lesser than Connor's one, to be honest with you. So I believe I'm now at a 0.4. So I'm not even at 1 yet. So as a base game, this would be like a 5.4. So I'm just, yeah, it is the early stages of the game so far, but I don't see anything impressive about it. I'm still curious why they even made Liberation. But so far, there's nothing really bad. There's no bugs or anything, so I gave it a point for that. 0.6. I could give it a point for that, 0.6. I already gave it a point for rendering. I already gave points for light and shadows. Character looks smooth. All this stuff has been covered. So, kind of like at a 0.6. Missions and activities are pretty much the same like Connor's. So there's nothing big there. So 0.6. So it hasn't really hit 1 yet. There's nothing really special about her other than her changing into different costumes to suit the type of situations. So I guess I could give it another point for the type of situations. In certain situations, it's best to not be an assassin. In other situations, it's best to dress as a lady. So I could give it a point for that too, but it will still be at a 7, not even a 1 yet. Not a full 1 yet.
Vous êtes aveugle?
Okay, I'm at a 0.8. Chain kill. Apparently that's a thing that she has. I knew I bought it. I knew I bought Connor's Tomahawk from the Assassins. I was wondering where the hell it was. Apparently you can't use the weapon, certain weapons, when you're dressed as certain characters. So I'll give it a, yeah, 0.9. 0.9 now. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a point 0.9 now. It's picking up slowly but surely. Originally in Connors 1, the animus was just regular white. Here, you get to see the platform on the ground and the system of the world in various different colors. It's all or the person using the animus is within this world.
My student. The hornet's nest grows. I retreat to safety, the better to observe and strike. I require your assistance. Use your gifts to follow my trail. May the lower guide you swiftly.
Okay, so now I'm at a 1. I did not forget the eagle eye and the tracking sensor. I think they, unlike Connors 1, they added the ability to press L2 in order to zoom in while you're in this form and tag certain things by the L2 while zooming in. So that's an extra thing I believe they added that wasn't in Assassin's Creed 3 while in eagle eye form. So I could solidly say I'm at a 5 right now. So that full 1 has gotten me to about the 5 category, which is the main midpoint medium. Now if you were to start from a 5, but like I said, I'm starting from 0 on the grid chart, so I'm at a 1. But in standard context with regards to gaming, this game would probably be at a 5 as of right now. But I'm going from 0, so it's at a 1. There was certain things that weren't considered though, so I should give it an extra full 1 with regards to that. Like when I started, I didn't talk about the HUD. The HUD is same as Connors 1, which is okay. I give it a point for that. It's not broken. The options menu buttons are pretty fast. The inventory menu is kind of standard. The sound effects is better than the sound effects in Assassin's Creed 3, even though there's not a lot to do because everything is more, instead of horizontal, it's all vertical with drop shadows, highlights on each text per each cell. Not as great as Assassin's Creed 3, to be honest with you, but at least it's present, it works. When you click on it, it tells you subtitles, FX, sound effects, music, so on and so forth, brightness. So it's easy to access, it's easy to understand. And you probably say, well, it's not really, but it really is. So you just press option button. It says resume game, it says current memory, data, so on. Everything is, they put it this way, unlike Assassin's Creed 3, because they believe it's much better to look at things from a vertical standpoint rather than to scroll side and side to look at things from horizontal, which is true. That's why I'm giving it another point for that. It's also best to look everything, even websites, everything done vertical is better. Inventory is all better when it's organized vertically, so you can see it. What I don't like is that for everything you click on, there's a new window that pops up. So it's not like certain, like the Coca-Cola channel. I mean, not Coca-Cola channel, Coca-Cola website, where you click on a button, then all of a sudden a bunch of text falls down, and then a window pop up next to it, like in Assassin's Creed 3 or the Coca-Cola website. So they don't have that type of text coding with regards to image popping up in Windows, as in what was it called? href they don't have href image popping up within windows of a paragraph under the code of JavaScript or in HTML. If it's not HTML, it's CHTML. But if it's JavaScript, it's not present here. Everything is separated into individual windows, which is a lot of work. It could have easily done. So yeah, giving a lot of kudos for a lot of windows that they created a lot. So I'm at another full point, but it's not mainly for that as well, but it's for that and the design of the world, the colors of the world. They add color to this, whereas the Animus never had like these blue colors in the faded background. It was just plain old white background, so I gave a point for that. The sound seems to be heightened as well, unlike Assassin's Creed 3. And I think that's pretty much it. Everything else in 3 kind of falls in the same route with regards to this. So background, sound effects, different windows, I guess a lot of other things as well in the options menu, as well as brightness. Like general controls, everything here, music volume is all very simple and easy to access. You go back, go forth, go back, go forth, super easy, which is, I give it a good point for that. The HUD as well, everything is easy, whatever you want, like this. You could puppet it, or you could let it be its own thing. You could choose whatever style you want, SSI or not. I'm not sure what AFS updates means. Weapon wheel, you could have weapon wheel on or not. So all these things are very easy. It's just kind of weird that they're all windows within windows. Every time you click on something, another window pops up. Then you click on this, you get to do something, but then you have to out of that window, and then out of this window, and then out of this window, and now you're here. So I'll give it a 2 points for that. So right now I'm at a solid 2 points. With that, the environment, the main introduction of the video, and a lot of other factors, including the greenery. So 2 points so far. I believe her master might be a voodoo assassin.
Agate, you wrote of the enemy?
Yes. Deep in the bayou, a dangerous imposter spreads real roots. He calls himself Francois Macandal, my own mentor. The leader, the priest, the brother, to whose cause I devoted my life. He was put to death by fire. I failed to prevent it. Who is this imposter, and what are his affiliations? This you will need to uncover. But first, preparations. Francois Macandal was an expert in poisons. This blowpipe was his.
A fine weapon.
A single dart blown from a distance will fell a man. You may use this to your advantage, if you approach in stealth. The false Macandal gathers followers. They attempt to overtake smuggling operations on the bayou. To finance what, I cannot say. There is a smuggler, a woman named Elise Lafleur. She knows every bog and tangle of the swamp. Perhaps she could be persuaded to help.
I'm sure I can motivate her.
Good. When you get to Macandal, use your darts to approach. But remember, you will need to complete your mission using more direct means.
We offer two choices.
You give up the river?
Or we take the river.
Or you suffer before you die?
Three choices, then.
You dare threaten me? You bracket-faced parasite, I've no more claim here than the dung beetles.
You'd best heed the lady. We have you outnumbered.
Look around, old man. Your hired hands will flee at the first sign of trouble.
Aye, but the lady's temper alone could take on an army, and the swamp is no friend of yours.
Wait, I failed? What the hell? Okay.
Pourquoi porte-t-elle des accusations?
Who the hell are you?
A fine display of gratitude. I'm no enemy, if that's what you fear.
I fear nothing.
My name is Aveline. I seek the leader of these men. He calls himself François Macondal.
You seek him? To what end?
A final one.
Ah, then you are my kind of woman. Name's Roussillon. My partner in crime is Elise. Though I've heard her called otherwise.
Will you help me find their base? No one knows these waters as you do. In return, I'll restore your control of this territory.
We've invested years of work in this camp. Why would we need your help?
4 reasons, right there.
Would you not prefer to move your wares freely?
If you think there's only one base, you really do need me. Those louts are spread out thin as swamp gas.
It's settled then. Elise will help you find the Blighters.
So far it seems like I'm just doing like I'm supposed to find this guy who's probably a Templar, but I'm just doing duties after duties in order to get to him. It doesn't seem to be solid of a story, so but we'll see. So I'll do like about 2 hours of this and then I'll call it a day. So I hit about 2 hours so far, so maybe I'll be able to save, but then again I believe this game has auto save, so I don't really need to save. So I'm gonna stop right here since it's auto save, I believe. I'll call it a day on this. So Assassin's Creed Liberation, not sure what I could think about it so far, but I've given it 2 points, and if it managed to get to 5 points, that means it's actually good. If it managed to get to 5 points, it means it's actually good. Now, if I'm talking from the point of view of starting at 5, like the base of 5, as most games are are goes from 5 and then they slowly drop to, -4, -3, or they go up to 6, 7, 8, 9. I would say right now it's, if I'm doing it by point system, from 5, it'll definitely be at a 7 so far if I added those full 2 points. But like I said, if things are getting bad, like so far I seem to be doing menial work, that's not good. So I have to subtract a point from the game for that. So even though I was at like a 2 points, I have to now drop it down to 1.9, because yeah, that's not really good. They should get directly into the story rather than doing things all the time. So that's not, if you're going to make a game, it should be something more solid than something seems that you're just doing it to do it. So that's it for right now.